Hello, welcome back to another lesson. In this lesson, I will be explaining what happens after prevention fails. So we are going to be looking at incident response basics. Incident response focuses on how organizations react when a security problem occurs. And having an understanding of incident response process helps reduce damage and recover faster when things go wrong. So let's get right into it. What's the importance of having this knowledge? Or why should we say incident response matter? It is because security incidents are a matter of when, not if. It is not a matter of will it happen, it is a matter of when will it happen. So no system is perfectly secure. Attacks will eventually happen, it's just a matter of when. The speed of response limits the damage after the attack has happened, and poor response can make incidents far worse. So it is not something we must joke with. Now, what is a security incident? A security incident is a confirmed security problem. It is an event that harms security. It includes unauthorized access or activity. It may involve data loss or system disruption, and it violates security policy. Let's now consider incident versus alert because we need to have an understanding of the two. Not every warning is an incident. Not every alert is an incident. So an alert could be a signal or a warning, but an incident is a confirmed harm. Many alerts never become incidents because sometimes we could have false positives, and investigation is needed to tell the difference. Now, let's consider the goals of incident response. Incident response has clear objectives, and here are some of them. Number one, limit the damage caused. Number two, restore normal operations. And number three, preserve evidence for investigation. And lastly, learn from the incident to improve defenses. Now, let's consider the incident response life cycle. The incident response followed a structured process which starts with preparation. That is, you must prepare your organization or your team for an incident, and this happens before an incident even occurs at all. It has to do with the awareness, trainings, and even informing them about latest trend in the security industry. After preparation, we have detection and analysis. Then after that, we have containment. I will explain this better as we proceed. Also, we have eradication and recovery. And lastly, we have lesson learned. That is the lesson we have gained from it. Now, let's pick them one after the other and explain better. What is preparation? What happens at the preparations phase? Preparation determines how well teams respond. So we can say security policies and procedures are defined at this stage, roles and responsibilities are assigned, tools and access are prepared in advance, training and drills are done at this stage as well to build readiness. Then to the next stage, which is detection and analysis. This phase confirms and understands the incident. Alerts come from monitoring systems, logs are reviewed and analyzed, the incident is then confirmed, and scope and impact are assessed. All of this happen at the detection and analysis stage. The next one is the containment stage. Containment focuses on stopping further harm. At this stage of phase, the spread of the attack is stopped, affected systems are isolated, further damage is then prevented, and short-term and long-term actions are taken so that such does not happen again. Now we move to the next phase, which is the eradication phase or stage. Eradication removes the attacker. At this stage, malicious activity is removed, vulnerabilities are closed, attacker access is eliminated, infected systems are also cleaned. That takes us to the next stage, which is recovery. Recovery restores normal operations. That is, systems and data are restored, services return to normal, systems are monitored for infection, and system controls are validated. Now to the last stage, which is the lesson learned. And I can even say this is one of the most important stage or phase of incident response. Every incident should improve security. And this is the essence of the lesson learned. In this phase, we identify what went wrong, identify what worked well, determine what should change, and strengthen the future response. So this is where we try to ask ourselves, what are the lessons we've learned so far? Why did this happen? How did we respond to it? What was our response time? How can we improve on the security of things going forward? And if such happens again, how can we improve on our response rate or the way we respond to incidents. Let's now consider incident response and the CIA triad. Incident response protects all core security principles. Availability is protected through fast recovery. Integrity is protected by limiting damage. Confidentiality is protected by stopping exposure. And response speed is very critical. Here are some common incident response mistakes you should never make. Before I go into them properly, I want you to know that poor response increases impact. So you shouldn't even make any mistakes. In fact, you can't afford to make any mistakes. Now, here are some of the mistakes. Delay action. Never delay action. Another one is poor communication. Then destroying evidence. This is very, very important because you might need to do something with that evidence. Probably you need to know the cause of what has happened. And that evidence is what would help you to detect that. Maybe you want to take some legal action after you have resolved the entire thing. Maybe you already have an information of the attacker and you probably want to get them arrested or something. So you shouldn't destroy evidence. The last one is skipping post-incident review. This is very important. As I mentioned earlier, lesson learned is a stage that you shouldn't joke with. Yeah, it is part of the post-incident review. You should be able to review what has happened and how you responded to it so that you'll be able to improve on things going forward. Now, what have we learned in this lesson? This lesson has explained why response planning matters a lot. We have seen that incidents are inevitable, they can happen. It is not a matter of will it happen, it is a matter of when will it happen. Also, preparation reduces chaos, effective response limits damage, and we've also seen that learning prevents repeating incidents. Let's take a test together. Here is the question. Which incident response phase focuses on stopping the spread of an attack? Read through the options, pick your answer and drop in the comments, then come back to play the video. So what's your answer? The correct answer is C, that is containment. That's all for this lesson. If you're yet to subscribe to our channel, please do that now. Also, do not forget to like, share, and comment. Thank you so much and see you in the next lesson.